Today we have more PlayStation news and information that we're going to be covering, so we're going to dive right into it, starting here with some pretty interesting data that was revealed about how well the PlayStation 5 specifically is doing in the UK. So the PlayStation 5 is comfortably the market leader in the UK currently. This information was revealed by the head of GamesIndustry.biz, Christopher Dring, on Twitter, and he also revealed that the Nintendo Switch is sitting in second place with the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S very close behind. So in first place in the UK, we have the PlayStation 5, we have the Nintendo Switch right behind it, and then the Xbox Series consoles in third place. What's interesting about this is how Christopher Dring is noting that the PlayStation 5 isn't just the leader currently, but it's comfortably sitting in that first place spot. Now, obviously, console sales are not everything, and it's not really even something that most people care to pay attention to, but if you are wondering how well the PlayStation 5 is doing, or if you're wondering what the health of PlayStation 5 console sales looks like, it looks like it's certainly in good health. It's doing very well. PlayStation has been known to do very well globally, and we're clearly seeing the PS5 get off to a very strong start. I've said it time and time again, and I will continue to say it. At the rate the PlayStation 5 is selling, it wouldn't surprise me if it ends up being the best-selling PlayStation console of all time, possibly even the best-selling home console of all time. I think that's really going to depend on how well Sony continues to support the console with more exclusive games, bigger games, stuff like that, all stuff that people have come to expect. So I wanted to take a moment to run this by you guys. I think it's pretty interesting data. But we're moving on from that and talking about a PlayStation title that I'm very much looking forward to and very excited about, that game being SIFU. During yesterday's State of Play, we received another update on the upcoming Kung Fu action title SIFU. We got to see some new gameplay footage, but we also learned the game has been delayed out of 2021 into early 2022. We did learn some new details about the game though, such as the aging mechanic. Every time you are defeated, you age up, but once you hit a certain age, you will die and have to start over. However, it isn't made clear if you have to start the entire game over from a certain checkpoint. Developer Slowclap explained having to adapt to working remotely as the main reason for the delay, and they made it clear that they are prioritizing the health of their teams as well as ensuring the game is the highest quality it can be. There will be multiple hideouts in the game that subtly evolve as you get deeper into them. Slowclap also confirms you do not get weaker or lose any skills or abilities as you age in the game. So I was definitely grateful to get another solid look at SIFU yesterday during the State of Play. I know not everybody feels great about that State of Play. Some people feeling very disappointed, but this is a game I was hoping to see, and I'm glad we got another glimpse of it. It looks better and better every time I see it, and I find it interesting some of the mechanics that will be incorporated with this title. It does sound like once you hit that certain age, you are going to have to start the game over from the very beginning. So it forces you to learn to get better, very similar to Returnal. And I'm totally okay with them delaying the game to 2022. Obviously, it would have been great to get this game this year, but after reading the post that they put on the PlayStation blog, it's very clear that they did not make this decision lightly, and they are saying they feel very sorry for having to do this. But honestly, I don't think they should be sorry. They're doing the right thing, in my opinion. They're prioritizing the health of their team, and they're not going to compromise on the quality of the game and risk putting something out that isn't finished or that they're not fully satisfied with. So I actually respect that, and I have no problem waiting until sometime in early 2022 to be able to play this. It seems like the wait will certainly be worth it. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about some of this new information we have on SIFU, and if it's a game you are looking forward to. Moving on to the next topic, we're talking about Death Stranding Director's Cut. We have a major update regarding Death Stranding Director's Cut. They gave us a release date of September 24th, and confirmation that it will be PlayStation 5 only. It will cost $50, but reading from the PlayStation blog, it also says if you already own the PS4 version of Death Stranding, you can get the PS5 Death Stranding Director's Cut Digital Deluxe Edition upgrade for only $10. So just to be clear, this includes not only the PS5 version of Death Stranding, but all of the new content as well that was announced for it for $10. Death Stranding Director's Cut is fully remastered and takes full advantage of the PS5's power and features. It also offers new content such as new weapons, vehicles, and equipment, and new game modes. There are new missions and areas to explore, a firing range, as well as expanded storylines and enhancements to the UI. They are adding new online features as well, such as friend play and leaderboards, and will update us soon with more details. It's been confirmed that PS4 save data will be transferable, and here is the list of all of the PlayStation 5 enhancements. So it says, reading from the PlayStation blog, experience environment effects with the DualSense wireless controller's haptic feedback, get closer to the world of Death Stranding with bespoke adaptive trigger resistance. Here sound effects come to life in 3D audio, requires a compatible headset obviously. Get into the action quickly with the PS5's ultra-fast SSD and near-instant load times. Choose from 2 picture modes, performance mode with upscaled 4K and up to 60 frames per second, or fidelity mode in native 4K, both with ultra-wide and HDR support. Hideo Kojima also confirmed on Twitter a few additional details, such as the inclusion of a very hard mode and 1 hour of new music. So this is quite the upgrade we're getting here with Death Stranding Director's Cut, and I have to say that I appreciate they are willing to give all of this to current owners of the game for just $10. Some people might be upset that, oh, well, I don't want to have to pay anything, but you do need to understand that this is not just a simple up-res. There's a lot of new content here, a lot of things that are being added to the game. And some of these features, such as what they're doing with the DualSense, it seems to me that there's a lot of work and effort that went into this. So paying $10 to gain access to that is a pretty good deal, in my opinion. And I also think it's a great deal for anybody who maybe is a PlayStation 5 owner and has yet to experience Death Stranding. The idea that you can get all of this for $50 is pretty good, and I would highly recommend it. Death Stranding is a game that I absolutely adore, and I think it's one of these titles where a lot of people go into it and it's a different experience. The gameplay experience is maybe not quite what you expected, but it begins to grow on you and it actually becomes kind of addictive, and the story that's told is awesome. There's a lot of really great stuff when it comes to Death Stranding, and I highly recommend it to anybody who hasn't tried it. It's definitely worth giving it a shot. And I do want to say as well that one of the most interesting features that I will be excited to test out is the DualSense and how that is incorporated in Death Stranding. Because if you are somebody who has played Death Stranding, you know exactly what I mean. This is a game that, in my opinion, was made to take advantage of the DualSense. So there you go. That's all of the new content and new information. But we're moving right along here and talking about something that honestly is pretty funny, but also maybe a little bit concerning. So Sony seemingly made a mistake with a recent ad that they put out. Some of you may have noticed that a new ad was released that featured the PS5, and there was a scene where a person was sitting on their couch playing God of War, but the PS5 inside of their entertainment center was upside down. Sony pulled the ad shortly after it went up, but this isn't the first time this has happened. Sony's Herman Hulst took a picture of his PS5 at home when it launched, and it was also upside down. So to me, this is, as I said, somewhat funny, but also a little bit concerning that things like this can actually happen. I'm glad that Sony pulled the ad. In fact, it would have been really strange if they kept the ad up. And you have to wonder how things like this are able to happen. I mean, you look at Herman Hulst and that situation. It's not a good look for him. You're the head of Sony's worldwide studios. You should know how to properly put your PS5 down on your entertainment center. And if you're going to take a picture and share it on social media, yeah, it's just not a good look. I mean, look, maybe the guy just made a mistake. I will admit the design of the PS5, it's definitely unique and different. But if I was in his position, I would like to think I would know the proper way to set up my PS5. When it comes to Sony's marketing team and the fact that this had to go through some processes, right? There had to be multiple people who watched this ad and signed off on this ad and said, yes, this ad is good to go. And none of them happened to catch the very obvious scene where there's a PS5 upside down. It's pretty funny, but again, it's stuff like this that makes you think, what is going on? Somebody there needs to make it known company-wide. you know, that this is the proper way to set up your PlayStation 5. Unless there's something here that we are not aware of, if there's some kind of benefit of some sort that people working at Sony know about when it comes to the PS5, like if you put it upside down, it works better or something, better airflow. I don't know. That seems extremely unlikely. It seems highly likely this was just a mistake. So I definitely had to take a moment here to talk about this and acknowledge it. And I will certainly be interested to see what you guys have to say about this in the comments below. But moving right along here, we're talking about a new update that the PS5 recently received. It's not a major update, but I want to take a moment here to read the patch notes with you and let you know what this update includes. So this is version 21.01-03.20.00. Yeah, so that's the version. It says the system software update improves system performance. They've updated the DualSense wireless controller device software to improve stability. It says that they've fixed the issue that restricted the functionality of some screens when the screen reader was enabled. They fixed an issue where games that you've hidden on PS4 were not hidden on PS5, and they've made the process of copying games from USB extended storage to console storage in the game library more stable. So again, a very small update, but I thought maybe it was worth letting you guys know what exactly is included in this update. And we did hear not too long ago that Sony is planning on some bigger updates, and they now have a beta test program for that. So we're going to have to keep an eye out and see what they end up doing with that. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. I hope you did find it informative. Leave it a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.